bid car looked like 35 years ago, and this is what it looks like now. This is lot number 1287. Officially, it's a 1970 Chevrolet Chevelle LS6 convertible, but this car has a lot of history going for it. Back in the early 70s, 70 and 71, Ray Allen drove this car in NHRA competition and won just about every race he entered in. This car has been restored to driving condition now, and now it is our next fantasy bid car. So think about this, an LS6, which has a lot of value to start with, a convertible, and with the racing history attached to it. What do you think this will go for?
So, what are we bid? File your Haggerty Fantasy Bid at speedtv.com/fantasybid or text message us for a 50-cent cell phone call at 25852. Let us know what you think it'll go for. Good luck to you. We'll be back to Westworld.
That takes a picture.
Now we'll go back to the block for lot number 1287, a 1970 Chevy Chevelle LS6 convertible. And with that, we close the bidding on our 1970 Chevelle LS6 and our Haggerty Fantasy Bid contest. We'll have the numbers for you shortly. Appreciate your participation. Good luck. 61 miles on the odo on this car.
You know, Mike, this car is a little interesting and a contradiction in terms. It says here that it's the car that Ray Allen drove and won just about every conceivable race entered in 1970. Yet it looks like it's restored to street condition with decals on it.
This car in 1970 won the NHRA Superstock World Championship. This car ran as fast as a half a second under the national record and was never defeated. They won the NHRA World Finals in Dallas, Texas, which many of the Chrysler fans out there said it was a fluke. And 3 weeks later, duplicated defeat at the first televised drag race at Ontario Motor Speedway and beat every one of them again. This car is one of a kind. It's, as you all know, how rare LS6 convertibles are. This is, without a doubt, the most famous one there is. Again, it was never defeated, and see what happens.
Quite a statement. Never defeated. I sold a few years ago an LS6
truly significant if you're a drag racing history fanatic, as most baby boomers are. But if you read Superstock, Hot Rod, Carcraft, anytime in 1970 or 71, you saw this car in its pages as a winner.
Ray Allen not only raced this car, but he supervised the restoration. And the car is sold on its one and only original New Jersey title. So one owner, great racing history.
Mike, how's the interior of the car? Is it a stripped out race car? And what's somebody really buying here if they buy this car?
They're buying a car with roll-up windows, with bucket seats, but with no console. So I would call it a lightly optioned car. But you know, it's a convertible, it's an LS6 with a great history.
300 gone. 0 to 300 in about 4.7 seconds.
And no radio.
One of those valuable radio delete plates. 4,527 of you filed Haggerty Fantasy Bids. That's our biggest total yet. Thank you very much.
Yeah, this car it's in fully restored condition with the lettering added, but it's beautifully done.
Doesn't surprise me much here. A 70 Chevelle LS6 convertible, the 454, is already a pretty prized muscle car. When you add well-documented provenance and racing history like this, for somebody, as Steve said, who is really into NHRA history, you've got a magic combination and $325,000 so far.
Now the lettering on this car was probably painted on originally. It is now done in vinyl. Given the car's history, I'd say that's forgivable because it gives the new owner the option to leave it on or take it off without doing any damage.
You know, this car was such a killer in Superstock E-Automatic that Chrysler actually built a special Hemi Superbird to take it out. Well, the two cars never got to line up because Ray Allen was out of the competition before the Superbird could get to line with it. The Superbird was an altered wheelbase car, and Chrysler went that far to try and take this car out. They never did meet up, though.
Up to number 8 on our top sellers of the day and the auction.
350 and 350.
Oh, yeah, and Jack Wurst was the guy who was supposed to drive that Hemibird to victory over this car. Again, it never happened.
A real piece of history. They're at 350. Moving up into a tie for 4th place among the top sellers. 375. Sole possession of 4th. Am I hearing $25,000 increments up to 4? Thought I heard 425 rattling around out there. There it is.
425.50. I'm going to be 4.25, what you say? I'm going to be 4.25. I'm going to be 425.50. Bob, you got to go a little faster. I'm going to be 425. I'm going to be 425, 50, 75. I'm going to be 475. I'm going to be 500,000. 475.
450. Tied for 3rd. 475. Tied for 2nd. A Skybox bidder.
Well, now we're getting to where we need to be. But you know, this car looks too nice to have been raced. What a restoration.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. What do you do with it? Is it a museum piece or do you drive this baby? $500,000. Our 2nd highest seller. And that gentleman's becoming a regular personality here among the bidders.
Give 550, 575,
570,
600,000.
We're at 550 and climbing. $25,000 increments.
This is a piece of history right here.
575, 600, 575, 600 going once. Bob, you're out up top.
It's your chance to own
575 is best.
best one
600,000,
in the world.
625.
Got it.
625. 620, you said? 625, 650.
625.
I'm going to bid 6 and a quarter, 6 and a half. I'm going to bid 625.50. I'm going to bid 625,000, 650,000.
You know, the other half of this equation, the former Jack Wurst Hemi Superbird is still out there. These two cars might meet again on the auction block. We'll see.
650 going
New
once.
top seller.
Oh, he's jumping to 7, it looks like.
100,000 has been bid. 750,000. I'm going to bid 750. I'm going to bid 700.
That's a $75,000 jump. Do you think he's serious? I think he wants the car, don't you? They bid against it, goes 725.
How shall I say this? I am impressed with his sincerity.
Both. What a bummer to jump at $75,000. Have the other guy say, okay, fine. 25,000 more for me. Where does it end? He's putting in the deed to his house now.
No, he's not sure. Is it to me? Yeah, why not?
Yeah, why? And he says, me too.
Makes you wonder what mousetrap the gentleman invented. Oh!
We got 6,000 people coming to their
And then the other guy already hit it back at 875.
I tell you what, I'm coming to my feet.
900,000.
Oh.
$900,000. 925.
The whole place is on its feet, except for that guy. Who may wind up owning this car.
$1 million Chevelle. 1 million. He's just raised it to
just raised it.
Give me a headline for the magazines, gentlemen.
100,000. 1,100,000 going once. 1,100,000 going twice. 1,000,001 is bid. 1,000,002. 1,000,002.
Oh, this is beyond belief.
You know, guys aren't used to spending $1 million and not getting their way.
And we're arguing in $100,000 increments.
Finished.
1,150,000. Tom, is that what you said? Yeah. 1,002,000. 1,002,000.
Oh, we're down to $50,000 increments.
Wow.
And a well-deserved standing O at $1.15 million for that historic 70 Chevelle LS6 convertible race car. Mike.
Ray Allen is standing up here sweating with me. Can you believe it?
I can at a certain point. I knew it was going to go for a lot of money. I didn't think it would go for that much. I figured around $700-800.
Now let me ask you, back in the day, how much did you earn racing this car?
How much did I earn racing the car? I couldn't remember that. I don't know.
Nothing close to this?
No, we won about 40,000 within 3 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah.
A great car, and good to
Thank
see
you.
it go like this. Congratulations.
Boy, even in 1970 dollars, that's a long way to come. Talk about beating the stock market.